What's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
So I've got a serious question for all those out there.
Okay.
Are these bourbon bottles or robots?
So, are you talking about the names, which are C924, C920, and A124?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So, these labels sound like androids from Star Wars.
And we're recording this on May the 4th, so...
May the 4th be with you, y'all.
And also with you.
Let us pray.
Let us pray. Yeah.
This is a different version of Tortured Bourbon today. Are we going to take communion later? Mm-hmm. It's holy.
Yeah. This one, C924 is trying to scan my retina. I'm a little worried about it.
It does sound a little like R2-D2 or C-3PO.
Yeah, it's getting a little weird in here.
C-3PO could almost be a larceny label.
We should give him a call.
So today we're diving into Larceny Barrel Proof. Not one of them, not two of them, but three of them. They're high-octane, wheated bourbons, each named like they just rolled off a robot assembly line.
We got A124. Then we got C920. And then, just so we could clank some more bottles, we've got C924. Wait. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. There they are. These little things that are trying to take over the universe. Little robots here. And Will Smith and I Am Robot. Watch out. He's going to come take care of these for us. And if you're wondering what all those codes mean, you're not alone. Because
I have no clue.
Bothering the heck out of us.
I have no idea. But before we get to that, if you are new here, be sure you click that like and subscribe button. Join us 3 times a week for bourbon tastings, bourbon reviews, and B, just generally getting emotional over lots of things. Particularly discontinued bottles, but also what he finds to be subpar musical choices, subpar movie viewing.
Yeah, I'm not a happy person. Heather wants you to follow on all these social thingies like Insta and Twitter and X and Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow us on
by the way,
things.
X and Twitter are the same thing.
Whatever. Just follow.
Y'all, it's kind of adorable. Every time I shorten Instagram to IG, this man has to ask me what I mean.
It's
every time.
It's like a robot.
It's adorable. IG, ? I did the post on IG, ? Instagram B. Instagram.
If you typed Insta, I would know what you're talking about. Anyways, now that we've gotten all that out of the way so that Heather can make friends.
Yes,
that's what we're here for, to make friends.
Because I have none, and I need all of you to be my friends.
There's some truth to that.
It's so mean. Just so mean. Anyway, so these are the jacked up, no holds barred version of Larceny Small Batch. It's the same wheated mash bill, so we've got 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. But it's straight from the barrel. We got no chill filtering, we got no dilution. It's coming at you hard.
In our previous episode, if you want to learn more about the Larceny history and History with Heather, click on the link right above the little devil's horns here. So, this is Heaven Hill's weeded entry into Barrel Proof Arena. If Elijah Craig is the rye-fueled boxer, Larceny's the smooth-talking brawler with a heavy left hook.
And they don't just release one of these a year. They actually drop 3 every single year, which is pretty cool.
All right, so grab your decoder rings, get yourself a pencil, maybe a paper, maybe a flowchart. We're going to explain what these labels actually mean. First, you have a letter, A, B, or C. That's the batch of the year. So the A batch, the B batch, or the C batch. So after the alpha, we have these numbers. And as you can see, on this one it is C920. That means it was in September of 2020.
That's right.
So 9... The first digit being the month.
Correct.
The last 2 digits being the year.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it.
So if the number was 1220, then it would be December of 2020. Mm-hmm. What they want you to believe is C920 is not a Terminator model. But it still could be. You never know. And with these barrel proofs, it's probably going to blow you away anyway, so that's fine.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So where do all these come from, B?
I don't know, Ultron, some planet up in space. They
Beep, bop, boop,
yeah,
bop, bop.
yeah, beep, boop, 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 boop. They actually come from Heaven Hill. They are distilled at the Bernheim facility in Louisville and then aged in Bardstown. Larceny Barrel Proof has first started dropping in 2020, and it's been a 3-batch per year tradition ever since.
So each release gets its own unique...
What year did COVID happen?
2020.
So they decided we all needed a little extra.
They said, you know what, guys?
Yeah,
120 or up.
Well, we
go.
know how you can get through this.
This is how we're going to roll.
Yeah.
So each release gets its unique blend of barrels. They aim for consistency, but these things vary big time. Age is usually 6 to 8 years, and the proof can swing and vary wildly.
That's right. Let's talk about what we should get in each batch. We're going to give you the nosing and tasting notes now, but the live reactions to drinking this fire water comes later. So tell us about A124. I believe that was this one.
So the nose should have maple syrup, toasted marshmallow, fresh bread, and warm cinnamon, which sounds phenomenal, actually. The palate should have vanilla bean, dark honey, roasted nuts, rich caramel, and the finish should be long with a soft heat, lingering brown sugar, and toasted oak. Well, this sounds delicious.
I'm hungry now.
I know, right? I want like some cinnamon toast.
Yeah. This one was praised for being a well-balanced, dessert-forward pour. It doesn't, you shouldn't let the proof scare you kind of bourbon. Now next we have the C920. So it was released in September of 2020.
You have cracked the code, babe.
All those years of schooling, we finally found a use.
Finally found a use for it.
I do believe, God, I'm just not batting 1,000, am I? Wow.
If you don't get the last one right, I might fall off this chair.
Still didn't get it right. This is
Stop it.
C924.
Stop it. So did you have the right one? Or did you have the wrong one the first time?
This is C920. I knew that because that's the new label. So I was like, what? This is, you know what it is? I'm reading the proof. And it's 1, 2, 2, 4.
So to be fair, it is, there's too many numbers. Okay?
Yes.
This is what B and I don't do numbers. We are not numbers people.
That's my strength.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We will absolutely cede that to her.
Yeah. So this is finally that C920, which, as I said before, is the September 2020 release. It's proofed at 122.4. It's supposed to give us deep oak, molasses, dark cherry, and John Wayne's leather saddlebags.
Yum.
The palate should be bold spice, well I hope so, cocoa powder, tobacco, and burnt sugar with a long, warming, drier, oaky finish.
So this is a fan favorite, guys. People still chase this one down on the secondary market. It's kind of a cult classic of the Larceny Barrel Proofs.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And look, we have it to take. So I'm sorry.
No, you go for it. I just did that one. You do this one. I got to try to pick up the right bottle.
Last up is C924. Is
Did it?
Gonna nail it?
Did it.
Hold on, I'm gonna verify.
It's the newest. We've got the new label style. Yeah, so when you do look at Larceny, they've been doing a transition to new labels. So
it was kind of big news.
Yeah. So don't be surprised. They've done some label switching.
So I have to say, I like the new label.
And we had
Some
a new label.
were hit or miss, but I like the new label.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, not that my opinion matters whatsoever, but
It matters to me.
aw, thanks, B.
You're welcome. This bad boy's proofing at 125.1.
So the nose should bring us dark fruit, brown butter, vanilla cream, and barrel char. And whatever they're paying the people that do their descriptions for the nose and palate, they're not paying them enough because they are making it sound amazing. The palate should have some big heat, honey pecans, cherry cola, and smoky caramel. If all that's true, B's going to love this one. Yep. He is a cherry cola fiend.
I do love cherry cola.
The finish should be bold and punchy. Definitely sip it slowly.
Brand new, still under the microscope. Could be a legend, could be a letdown. We're about to find out.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can we do this now?
We can.
Because we've been talking about all these letters and numbers, and now I
just want to drink some bourbon.
I just really want to drink some bourbon. So again, we're going to start with A124, and then we're going to move on to the legendary C920, and we're going to finish with the fresh off the shelf C924. I'm so over the number situation. So we are starting with A124. We're starting with
We're starting with
A124
at 124.2 proof. Good Lord.
Let's smell it.
I love how they'll give us all that. They won't tell us how old it is. But
So weird.
Yeah.
Here, you get to crack a code to figure out when we released it, but we can't just put a simple, 7-year age statement on it. All right, so maple syrup, toasted marshmallow, fresh bread, warm cinnamon. That's what we're supposed to get. I'm not getting a toasted marshmallow smell.
definitely getting maple syrup.
Maple and cinnamon for sure.
And it looks a little bit like maple syrup.
It does. I'm not getting the fresh bread but I think that's because after tasting the one benchmark, the full benchmark foolproof, nothing will ever compare to bread dough like that one.
Oh, that's got some.
Hey, B, that has some proof to it.
Oh boy.
My heart felt that a little bit. That burned a little bit right here.
Yeah.
And I mean, we drink pretty decently high proof things.
Oh yeah. The front of it doesn't present itself that way.
You're exactly right. It's the back end.
Yeah, the front.
The front has a very pleasant taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're very, very on point with it's like a honey vanilla taste at the front. Mm-hmm. And then you breathe a little fire.
That's why I was kind of holding it and enjoying it. And I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, and then you become a dragon and breathe fire. Mm-hmm. There's some brown sugar in there too. Mm-hmm. It's interesting, the heat mixed with the sweetness, because it really is sweet. Mm-hmm. I think it's sweeter than the regular small batch Larceny. But it's hot.
So I don't know. Okay. So
we're going to get some Tums before this is over.
I have those nice chewy ones. They're really good.
You do have a solid Tum selection.
I'm a connoisseur.
You're welcome.
Killing middle-aged friend.
That's right. I'm blowing it up. Got all the stuff for heartburn.
Prilosec.
We got the Tums, the Prilosec, and the Pepto.
That's right. I keep the Pepto next to the bed. That's pathetic.
And the Tums, right? Probably.
I think they're candy.
He does just eat them like candy.
They're so good. Back to bourbon.
It does have a long finish.
Yeah, so I was really enjoying chewing it because the front and the back are entirely different. But if you can get through the fire, there is a nice oak pronounce on the very end. Mm-hmm. On the very end, there's a nice oak.
And it does linger, and it does have that brown sugar cinnamon.
You got to let it linger.
You have to.
You have to.
Do you have to?
You have to let it linger.
You have to. It's been a while since we did that.
Well, yeah.
And by a while, I mean like 2 episodes. Yeah. Like B said, if you can get past the heat, the heat though doesn't. What I'm trying to say, the heat doesn't mask the flavor. Mm-mm. It has a great flavor profile, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. All right. So now we are moving on to the C920. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Nailed it.
Yep, and at 122 proof, so we're really stepping it down now.
This should be mild.
Mild.
And, So on this one, remember, we're supposed to get that deep oak and molasses and dark cherry, which I absolutely,
the answer is yes.
Yeah. Molasses and dark cherry are the 2 most pronounced to me. It's a very different nose.
It is. Oh, it is.
Very different nose. All right, and we're supposed to get some bold spice, some cocoa powder, and some tobacco and burnt sugar on the palate.
When you get that molasses smell, a lot of times that leans into cocoa or espresso. In my humble opinion.
That tastes completely different than the first one.
That's good.
It is very good.
All right, so that is definitely your...
I love that cocoa tobacco combo.
So this has... Number one, it doesn't have nearly the heat. And that's interesting because, the proof points are very similar. So that tells you that heat always doesn't come from proof. Mm-hmm. All right, so there's something. And there's no rye in either one of these.
No.
So they're wheated bourbon.
So rye.
So it's about blending, it's about the age, and it's about what they're doing with it. It's the same juice. Mm-hmm. And I was questioning about when I talk about juice, what I'm saying it's the same distillate. A person asked me that the other night. They said, well, why do you use the term juice? What we're talking about is we mean the same distillate. Mm-hmm. They're all coming with the same mash bill, in other words, the same ingredients. They're being cooked for the same amount of time. They're being distilled the same. I mean, it's the same liquid in all these barrels. It's just how they're aging it, where they're aging it, where they're sticking it, and how they're blending it.
This one, I would describe the mouthfeel as very buttery.
Yep. And more oak the longer you sit here. More oak.
On the finish, absolutely.
Yeah. Whereas this one, I had to search for that hint of oak at the end.
This one is right there.
This one's there.
And
it's not dry, tanniny, dry.
No.
But it's got more pronounced oak.
Yeah, I would say like that syrupy mouthfeel is definitely very pronounced. The oak is very apparent, and it's more of a slow warming in the finish versus the punch that the first one was.
Now, so far, that's my favorite.
It's delicious. Of all the Larcenies we've ever had, it's my favorite.
No doubt.
Like, not a question.
Oh yeah, that's
a hush your mouth.
It's getting up there.
It might be. You think it might cock-a-doodle doo?
Well, let's do the last one and let's see. Now that's the one you said people chase down on the secondary.
It is a fan favorite. The C920. I got it right again. I feel I'm done. I'm done with numbers for the day.
Something good came out of COVID. That pop. So this bad boy is 125.1. One.
Don't forget the point one.
One.
It's very important.
That's what pushes you over the edge.
So we're supposed to get some dark fruit, brown butter, vanilla cream, and barrel char. Yes on the barrel char. Yes on ethanol. Hello.
Oh, there's a cherry cola. Well, the H didn't fall. There's a cherry cola.
It is. It's there. It's totally there.
No carbonation, though.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
It's a flat cherry cola with 125 proof.
Can you imagine if I poured B? Oh, sorry. Why did I just apologize to our barrel? I'm sorry, sweetheart. We should name her. Sorry. Anyway. Moving on. I forgot what I was gonna say. It clearly wasn't important.
If I could pour B a.
Oh, can you imagine if I basically poured bourbon in like carbonated water and made you like a bourbon seltzer? You would be so mad.
I would hate that.
You'd be so mad. Sounds kind of terrible, actually.
No.
There's a smokiness. For sure.
If you tell something that it has barrel char in the smell.
It should be a little smoky.
And I get the smoke. I do get it on the front, but I get a lot of it on the back. I get this. Yeah.
I would say it's more in the back.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But I do taste a cherry cola.
Mm-hmm. I definitely get a cherry. I don't know if
la,
I would have.
La 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 la.
I don't know if I had not seen that. I think I would have picked up on the cherry. I don't know if I would have put like cola with it.
I wouldn't have. I'm not even going to pretend.
So, I don't get as many individual flavors in that one as I did the other two.
Agreed. This is my favorite.
Yeah. That's an easy decision. And if I had to rank, I would go, my favorite is the C920. Second place is the A124. And then third place is the A920.
No, this is the 24.
No, they're both 24.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
This one is
you're
the
right.
924.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, C924. And when I say least favorite of these three, they're all good pours.
Yeah, So this is definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
It is.
I think it manages to do the high proof while still enabling you to taste all the different flavors.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
And I rank them the same way, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And
what about on our Tortured Bourbon scale?
Well, to me, this one touched your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
This is better than the regular Larceny to me.
Yes, it is. Than the small batch.
Yeah. So, if you like barrel proof bourbon.
Yeah, if you don't like heat, you probably need to skip all three, honestly.
Oh, yeah. But this one is, to me, this one is better than this one. But we have this sophisticated ranking scale that if I'm gonna say that the regular larceny is a
Doggle
doggle hunt, and I'll say that if I'm saying that the regular larceny as a barrel select is a very nice dog, then this is a I mean, we hushed your mouth, but not as
like not really super enthusiastically.
just kind of
We were like, okay,
just yeah. It was good.
right, just
Yeah, just keep it on the DL.
right,
Hush your mouth.
right.
Just DL. Yeah.
Just be chill.
And then the question then becomes this bad boy, because I think this bad boy. I do believe that might be a. I'm not sure.
All right, I have to say two things. Number one.
Or is it A? Because of these, if we start with it, got
Number A.
Number A.
Number A. For larceny purposes, this is cock of the walk.
Okay.
Number two, I think we need to go back and audit all of our cocks of the walk, and we need to now taste them against each other and see what we would do and what we would rank them.
After we pick ourselves up off this floor,
I didn't mean in one episode.
We'll be able to tell the good people.
I didn't mean in one episode. I don't want to die. But anyway,
I think I agree with your cock of the walk on this, because you're getting so many flavor profiles and you're getting a proof, and it's not burning you out. Mm-hmm. So
exactly,
they
it's well balanced.
They nailed that one.
Yeah, whoever blended this one up did a great job.
They did a good job.
So,
all right. Well, we have larcenied it.
Yeah.
All we can.
We did. We have
No more felonies.
no more but just a little one.
We'll
Just
find
a little
we'll
felony?
find a felony here or
Just
there.
a little felony.
Yeah.
Can we just break into a Rick house just a little bit?
Just if you happen to have the key. He didn't break in.
He
just-
didn't. He didn't.
So he wasn't breaking.
No, he just did. He wasn't breaking and entering.
No.
He just stole some stuff that he wasn't supposed to. But I would argue that he was just making sure they were living up to the federally mandated rules of the Bottled and Bond Act.
Okay. That's called stealing.
Well, until B and I figure out which felony we're gonna commit. We're actually the most law-abiding people on the planet. Okay, maybe not the most.
No, we're pretty close.
We are pretty
We don't
close.
break laws.
We don't.
Break some more A's, but we don't break.
No, we don't break laws. We don't break laws.
Break traditions.
We just break hearts. That was so corny, wasn't it? I don't know. Shut up. Anyway, until next time.
Cheers, y'all.
I gotta poop. And she wiggles her herself to the potty. I gotta poop. And those are little wiggle dance all the way to the potty, but she went in the potty.
That was very nice.
So